Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are all doing good. First, let me thank everyone for joining our today's webinar. This is Mrs. Mati, Women's Empowerment Cell Coordinator. I'll be hosting this session. Well, let's begin the session in the name of Almighty. First and foremost, on behalf of the management, Chairman Thiru K. Loganathan Sir, Vice Chairman Mr. L. Navin Prasad Sir, Director Admin Dr. M. Prabhakaran Sir, Director Academic Dr. V. Karnanidhi Sir, Principal Dr. V. Umadevi Madam, and Vice Principal Mrs. A. Maria Faiz Madam. I would like to welcome our Chief Guest Dr. S. Jayaprakash Sir, Principal Vedatri Maharishi College of Yoga. I also extend my warm welcome to all faculty members and student participants from the host institution as well as from the other institution who have joined this evening for a webinar on Yoga for Youth Empowerment in the observance of International Day of Yoga, which has been celebrated on 21st June every year throughout the world. I wish you all happy 7th International Yoga Day. I guess you all know that the term yoga in Sanskrit means union, which denotes union of soul and spirit. Yes, yoga is not a religion, it is a science of well being, it is a science of youthfulness, and it is a science of integrating body, mind, and soul. In the year 2014, after the speech of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, United Nations declared 21st June as International Yoga Day. Now, even WHO also recognized and it urges people to increase the physical activity, especially it will be useful during this pandemic situation to prevent ourselves from this coronavirus diseases. We feel happy and glad to organize our webinar on this day, which is marked as a big victory for India on international platform. Here we have our Honorable Director Admin, Dr. M. Prabhakaran Sir, who is a constant supporter and motivator to give away the welcome address and introduce our chief guest to the virtual gatherings. Sir, please.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Indumati. Good evening to all the participants. I am Dr. M. Prabhakaran, Director, New Prince Sri Bhavani Arts and Science College, and I am happy to welcome you all to this program. And today is a remarkable day, and you are all aware that the whole world is celebrating the International Yoga Day today. The program is organized by Women's Empowerment Cell, headed by Mrs. Indumati of Microbiology Department. It is not enough just to live, but that we must live well. That's very, very important. Your body is great, but your life is still more greater in the universe. God Almighty planted a garden for human pleasures, and these pleasures can be enjoyed by us only through certain disciplined ways, and one of the ways is yoga. Tranquility of mind is got through meditation, and the purity of mind is sought through devotion. These two are very well present in yoga. If we concentrate on yoga, the trick of wicked, the trend of violence will go away from us. If these two leave us, definitely we can emerge as very good human beings. Tolerance will prevail, and through prayers we can reach the divine kingdom. I welcome Dr. S. Jayaprakash, Principal, Vedatri Maharishi College of Yoga. He has a BE degree and MA PhD in YHE, that is Yoga for Human Excellence. He has 30 years experience in Kundalini Yoga system, author of 3 Tamil books, an anthology of poems, Thiru Vedatri Kural. He is an expert in silent meditation. And before I conclude, let me welcome him for this session, and I hope you will have a good, memorable day. And this Yogasanam will give you energy, and with the help of that energy, you can fight against so many pandemic diseases. For example, you have one asanam called Tadasanam. Am I right, doctor?
Yeah.
Tadasanam, Paschimottanam, and Jangasanam, and Avana Muktasanam. These are all certain important asanas in yoga. The best in yoga is pranayama. Pranayama. And there are three types: Kapalabhati, Bhastrika, and Nadisuddhi. And definitely our chief guest, who is going to be with us for a few minutes, will throw more light on yoga and its importance. Once again, I welcome you all wholeheartedly. Over to our chief guest for further proceedings. Thank you very much for the opportunity given.
Thank you. Be blessed by the divine. Thank you, sir. Can we start, madam?
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir, you can start. Now let me hand over the session to our guest speaker, Dr. S. Jayaprakash, sir. Please join us, sir.
Kindly confirm it. Are you able? Is my voice is audible and you can able to see the screen?
Yes, sir, your voice is audible and
Yes.
it's clear.
Okay.
Yoga for youth empowerment.
Any point of time the voice is not clear and the screen is not able to see, just inform me, madam. Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir. Sure.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Be blessed by the divine. Valka Vayyakam. Valka Vayyakam. Valka. And good evening to one and all. I'm happy to in the meeting of New Prince Sri Bhavani Arts and Sciences College, and thanks to the organization, chairman, vice chairman, director Prabhakaran, and the principal, vice principal, faculties, students, and general public. My salutations to one and all. So today I'm going to give you a topic, a small sharing my experience on youth for yoga for youth empowerment. Let us invoke the blessings of Almighty and the Guru. As the welcome speech they pointed out, I am from the Vedatri Maharishi College of Yoga. This is in the Tiruvanmiyur. This is the first yoga college in Tamil Nadu, which is a dedicated yoga college which is affiliated to Tamil Nadu Physical Education Sports University, where UG and PG courses of Yoga for Human Excellences is being conducted. Okay. So the agenda of the today topic is introduction about a general yoga, introductions about simplified Kundalini yoga, Sky Yoga, and the topic is related to youth empowerment. So what are the problems youth are facing it? How yoga will empower youth? Those things in a general information point of view, let us discuss it. And warm wishes to one and all related to this 7th International Yoga Day, as the director pointed out. And this is the 7th International Yoga Day. And every year, Ayush Ministry is given a theme for this. So from 2015 onwards, every year they are given a theme. The first year it was Synergy. Second year it was Connect the Youth. Third year, Yoga for Health. Third year, Yoga for Peace. And Yoga for Climate Action. Yoga at Home and Yoga with Family last year. And this year, yoga for well-being. So since this is we are all affected by a pandemic, no, so the theme is related to the well-being. And as you all know, Honorable our Prime Minister Modi's speech at UN, which leads to approval of unanimously in the United Nations, and the International Yoga Day is being celebrated all over the world today, 21st June every year. The significance of the day, why they have chosen this day also let us see. And this day, the sun begins to move from the north to south, Dakshayana. Northern hemisphere is also the longest day of the year. So if you see this geography, we have a 4 season will be there, and this is the June 21st, and this from 21st the summer season is from it goes to the autumn. So this other end of it is the December 21st. So this is, they told it is the longest day. Say this is the 21st, December 21st will be the shortest day. In the June 21st is the longest ray, the solar window they have represented. So as an analogy, if you see it is, this is today, June 21st, the sun rays are directly perpendicular from the sun to the earth. Whereas in other seasons, it will be in a sideways. For example, December 25th under, it will be in the sideways. So this is the more significant when you do, the more sunlight and some energy will be there. So they feel it is auspicious to start any program. Particularly doing a yoga, we are connecting to the nature. No? So they maybe thought that it is the ideal day to start with. Okay. As already a director told, what is yoga? Yoga means the etymology meaning of yoga is huge, which means union. And this is an ancient art developed from India. There may be a discussions will be there when it was started, whether it is 3,000 years or 4,000 years older. But there is no discussion where it has been started. It is people unanimously accepted this is an art which is developed from the India. So it's a Sanskrit word, yoga, it's a Sanskrit word derived from the word yuj. So it has a various meaning from union of body, mind to individual self to universal self. When we are comparing philosophy with yoga, philosophy means theory, yoga means practical. So philosophy deals with facts of the nature, whereas yoga as a discipline helps to realize the facts of the nature. It's a practice. So yoga means it's a practice. Yoga philosophy based on the experience. In a society, the meaning of word yoga differ widely. For someone, yoga means yoga asanas. Someone, yoga means pranayamas. For some, yoga means meditation. For some, yoga is a way of life. According to Yoga Sutra, yoga means chitta vritti nirodhaka. Chitta means it's a part of the mind which stored imprints of the mind. Vritti means it's a wave. Nirodha means managing the vrittis actually. So Yoga Sutra says this yoga is related to mind, and the meaning of yoga is managing the fluctuation of the mind. As per the dictionary meaning of yoga is the union of individual self merging with the universal self. So we need to understand the difference between yoga and the physical exercise. Yoga means yoga asanas. So yoga asanas, there are various types of exercises will be there, aerobic, anaerobic, yoga asanas, and physical exercise. So many things will be there. Each has its own benefits and disadvantage and objective will be there. So yoga asanas, it's more focused on the postures. Asanas in turn on the postures. And the breathing is most important, and mind focuses is important. Whereas in a physical exercise, posture is not important, where the important is on the movements. And there the mind focus is not required, and also on the breathing. According to Vedatri Maharishi, man's life is associated with nature and society. So man is part and parcel of the society, parcel of the nature also. So he's evolved from the nature, he is sustaining from the nature. One day he will be part of the nature, he will be merged with the nature. So he has to understand the what is nature, what is the origin of nature, which is the force behind it. Okay, related to this, today topic is yoga for youth empowerment. So let us start with understanding of who is youth. According to United Nations, youth age is 14 to 25. So this is the period high energy will be there, looks for freedom and creativity, want to achieve things. So in generally, in a human life is classified into 4 parts. One is brahmacharyam, grahasthan, vanaprastham and sannyasam according to the yogic scripture. Brahmacharya means a bachelor life. Tamil Maharishi says is the ilamai nombu. Grahasthan is the family life. Vanaprastham means it's a forest life. And sannyasa means it's a detachment life. And each phase of the life, they have been classified some kind of an yoga. In human life, youth age is called as a golden period. So this is the bachelor life, the age between the United Nations. It says that the youth means the 14 to 25. So this is the youth period. They are facing a lot of problems. And I'm just listing out certain things. One is the distraction. Then attraction to opposite sex. Attracted to sensual pleasure. Want to achieve but not properly getting guidance. Peer pressure. So suppose more peer pressure, particularly in the competitive exams of 10th or plus 2 and any competitive exam, the peer pressures are more. And lifestyle and behavior problems, not obedient to certain moral things are bigger. So these are all the just listed youth period. They are facing certain kind of things. How yoga is going to solve this problem? Let us see about it. So in youth period, they have a lot of distraction. They need a concentration. Distraction means wavering actually. So many things are getting attracted. They need a concentration because they could not able to focus on one thing. Because they have a lot of energy, they could not able to focus it. And they have attraction to opposite sex. They need a knowledge, a skill to manage understanding the realities. And attracted to sensual pleasure, they need to know the limit and method. So want to achieve but not properly getting guidance, knowing importance of the mentorship they should know about. Peer pressure. Due to peer pressure, they have an inferiority or superiority complex. Lifestyle and behavior problems. They are not obedient in certain things. And I can say it's they have a disharmony between the wisdom and the habit. So they have some problems. So if we can able to give this solution, they can able to manage. How yoga is going to help? Suppose they have a distractions, they need to teach, they need to learn the certain techniques of concentrations. So here in Simplified Kundalini Yoga system, we have a course, 3 months, 6 months courses we are running it. This is called Yoga for Youth Empowerment Programs, where it's a separate program. They have some kind of 1 credit, 2 credit papers will be there. And these courses, we are teaching certain basic subjects will be there. And it improves the concentration, regulates hormones, boosts confidence, advances creativity, develops virtuous character, increases brain power. Those things, let me also explain certain things. So they have a lot of energy and they need a concentration. So then energy to be focused in a single point. Say for example in sun, it gives a rays. Sun rays are coming. If you keep the paper will not affect it. If you give a concave lens, Kuliadi, if you keep it here, the sun rays is been converged, then the paper will get the fire actually, isn't it? Similarly, the mind through the senses, it is wavering it. If it is withdrawal the senses, it focused in one particular point, and once they can improve the concentrations, the mind power will be improved. These kind of techniques, they need to be learned. So these techniques, once they learn it, the diversions, they can able to manage it. And also, as I told you, they have a problems in attraction to the opposite sex. We have a dedicated practice called Kaya Kalpa Yoga, and where we are giving a explained scientific manner of body chemistry and how they can manage this sexual gratifications in young age, and we are teaching this and how to convert the sexual energy into the biomagnetic energy. It's a specific practice we are giving it as a thing called Kaya Kalpa practices. And also we have other related programs we have. So as a simplified Kundalini Yoga system, for distractions, we are teaching meditation. And the attraction to opposite sex, the managing and understanding the realities, we are teaching Kaya Kalpa Yoga. And attracted to sensual pleasures, we are teaching the philosophy of limit and method. What are the ways they have to limit and method, how to do it. There is a meditation and introspection, we are teaching it. And want to achieve but properly not getting guidance. For this, we are giving a mentor guidance and philosophy of life, we are teaching it. And the peer pressure, we are also teaching introspection practices. Various levels of introspection practices on which they can able to manage. For example, they have anger, they have worries, worry management, and neutralization of anger, eradication of worries. They have a dedicated practice we are giving it. And lifestyle based problems also we are handling through the introspection and the meditation. So let me also give, there is a youth, a lot of energy will be there, they have a problem, and the simplified Kundalini Yoga system, it's giving certain solution. Let me also quickly explain about the simplified Kundalini Yoga system as a general and how it is connected with the general traditional yoga system. So one has to manage the body, has to manage his mind. To manage the mind, he has to know the life force. To manage the life force, he has to know the concept of consciousness. So when you see as a self, as a man, it is, we are seeing only the outer thing. So behind mind and life force are there. So these two are imperceptible. Perceptible means it can able to see through the senses. Imperceptible means the things are there, we are not able to sense through the senses. For example, if you take a new moon day, Amavasai, if you go to this in night upstairs, if you see a lot of stars, we can able to see. But if you see it in the morning time, you cannot able to see the stars because of the obstruction of the sunlight. Sunlight you cannot able to see. Since you are not able to see the stars, you cannot say there is no stars. Stars are there, but due to sunlight, it is, you are not able to see it. Similarly, the imperceptible concepts like mind, life force, consciousness are there, but due to the sensual intoxications, they could not be able to realize the imperceptible things. So if you can able to go beyond senses, you can able to understand the imperceptible. Once you can able to understand the imperceptible, then accordingly you can able to manage the things. So behind the body, we are seeing only the physical body. Behind the physical body, there are, this is according to the Siddha way of autonomy, understanding the body. They say that no, the body is made up of three bodies will be there. Thulam, Sukumam, Karana, Sarira. Maharishi has explained this as a physical body, astral body, and causal body. The physical body is made up of cells. The astral body is made up of life force particle. The causal body is made up of dust particle. Otherwise, we call it as a biomagnetism. So probably for many, maybe a new term. So this is magnetism in the sense, no, in a conventional science, if you take any ion, if you pass the current, it becomes a magnet. So it is in our perspective, it is electromagnetism. But there are other two magnetism will be there because inside the body there is the energy is required, and that is called within a body it is called as a biomagnetism because the atom itself has attraction repulsive force, Maharishi says, and beyond the body it is called universal magnetism. So what many people still could not able to understand because it is imperceptible. Many people are not accepting even a life force itself. But we all have a life force. Science is not accepting it. Is very strange. So as an instrument, to running it, we need energy. Similarly, the body is a vehicle. To run it, we need energy. The energy is called a life force. But science could not explain the life force, so they are not accepting it actually. It does not mean that one cannot able to prove that it is not there. It is there actually. So as a yogic practice, you can able to understand the life force concepts. how life force concepts you can able to see, because you can make mind itself as an instrument. Through the subtle frequency level, you can able to bring the mindal frequency, you can able to understand the imperceptible things. So Yoha, according to Maharishi, one's life in tune with the nature, respecting the law of nature without disturbing the rhythm of the nature. So generally there are various types of yoga will be there. The traditional yoga, which is given by the Maharishi Patanjali. So Maharishi Patanjali is called the father of yoga. He is believed he is lived between the 1st and 2nd century, from which there are various yoga has been derived. And the simplified Kundalini yoga, it's a modern yoga which is derived from the Kundalini yoga. But in our Kundalini yoga, it is derived from the traditional yoga. The traditional yoga, it is called Ashtanga yoga. There are 8 steps will be there, 8 paths, 8 limbs. So a yoga aspirant, one who enters into the yogic life, it is well-defined milestone, what to do, how to do actually. So 196 sutras is defined in the Yoga Sutra, and in which in the 2nd chapter, it has a 4th chapter. 2nd chapter, they have clearly explained Yama, Nyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyakara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. And it is very clearly explained. Yama, Nyama means do's and don'ts. Asana means asanas, yoga asanas. Pranayama means breathing exercise. Pratyakara means withdrawal of senses. Dharana means concentration. Dhyana means meditation. Samadhi means union with the Almighty, communion with the Almighty. This Ashtanga yoga, if you divide into 2, the first 4 part is called Bahiranga yoga. You can able to do it in an outer way. What we are doing it, others can able to see. There are last 4 part is called Andar yoga. Inside, you cannot able to see it. So Pratyakara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. This simplified Kundalini yoga, it is also called Mana Vala Kala yoga, which is the concept of Pratyakara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. The concept is that it gives you the practices. It gives you the Agna, Duriya, and Duryadida kind of a meditation it gives you based on the concepts. Let me give you small, because it is very big simplified Kundalini yoga system. Let me also touch what it is. The simplified Kundalini yoga system is a modern yoga system. It is a well-defined 4 process, 3 development, 5 benefits, and 5 results will be there. So the 4 processes are meditation. There are 9 kinds of meditation. In a step-by-step they are teaching it. And 3 levels of introspection practices will be there, which will lead you to the sublimation and finally leads to the perfection of consciousness, realizing the reality of the nature. And the overall system will be looks like actually. So 4 process, meditation, introspection, sublimation, and perfection. 3 development, expansion of mind, understanding the law of nature, awareness and thought and word and deed. And 5 benefits, perspicacity, receptivity, adaptability, magnanimity, and creativity. And during this 12 days courses, in the foundation courses and later courses, they will explain all those things. And 5 results it has: harmony, satisfaction, happiness, wisdom, peace. So the harmony, what is harmony? So according to this system, the yoga means harmony and 5 levels of harmony to be maintained. According to Vedatri Maharishi, yoga means harmony and the 5 levels of harmony to be maintained. The first level is the harmony between the body and mind. The second level is the harmony between the wisdom and habits. Third level is the harmony between the self and society. Harmony between the purpose of life and method of living. Harmony between the thought and nature. So generally people will think that yoga means yogasana, because when I entered into the system, I thought people are where you are going to the yoga class means people think that I'm going to the yoga asana classes only. But yoga asanas is the beginning part, where it's only the harmony between the body and mind will be to be maintained. There are various practices. Asanas is one of the practices. Pranayama, mudra, bandhas. There are so many things will be there that are teaching only for the maintaining the harmony between the body and nature. And the second level will be the harmony between the wisdom and habits. Wisdom means explanations. You are getting certain explanations every day, and you should be bringing it to the practice. The practice should become a habit. For example, you are getting a explanation that yoga is good, it has to be practiced daily. So this is the explanations you are getting it. It should not be only the explanation, it has to be bring it into the practices. So whatever the explanation you are getting it, it should be bringing into practice. The practice should become habit. And whatever you are practicing in or your habit, it should get the explanation. There should be the harmony between the wisdom and habits, because man is always struggling between the wisdom and habits. Maharishi used to say, to manage the harmony between wisdom and habits, the meditation plays a very, very important role, because when you want to achieve, you should have a vairagya or strong willpower is required. Yes, I want to, or good, clear explanation. If you get it in any subject, automatically you will give it into the practices. Normally, when the yoga college, when we are teaching yoga, rather than I ask students to do yoga or meditation, we used to explain the importance of the body, the greatness of the body, then automatically they will start doing the exercises and yogasanas. If I talk the greatness of the mind, automatically they will do the meditation. So once you given the importance and greatness of the things, it will become the part of the practice will lead to the habit, because habit decide the destiny. So this is the second level. And Vedatri Maharishi says, yoga means it's not only the body and mind, this is also to the society, he says, because man is living and part of the society also. So where if any one individual is disturbed, the entire society is disturbed. So one has to know how to manage the harmony between the self and society. For this, he is giving a various practices. In general, he says virtuous way of living, he is giving it. And more precisely, he gives you 6 important tips. 3 do's and 3 don'ts. 3 do's is tolerance, adjustment, and sacrifice. And 3 don'ts, don't command. Don't command, don't demand. And if you can able to manage these 6 things, 90% of the problem you can able to solve, because you are living in a society where society means in a family, in a working place, in education institutions, in a city or country or the whole world. So we need to maintain the harmony. Maintaining the harmony between the self and society is also a yoga, Maharishi says, because not only the asanas, not only the meditations, maintaining the harmony, because where you will understand the knowledge, the wisdom you are getting is to be practiced in the family and the day-to-day life, he used to say. And one has to understand the purpose of life and method of living, and higher level thought and nature also. So in various, the yoga means a harmony, the harmony to be maintained at the 5 levels. This is what Maharishi says. Maharishi used to ask, is it easy or difficult? And some people will say easy, some people will say very difficult. Maharishi says it is difficult. And it is worth to take an effort, Maharishi says. It is difficult, it is worth to take it. If you're maintaining it, it will lead you to the satisfaction. The satisfaction will lead to the happiness. In the happy state, only you can able to understand the wisdom, facts of the nature will be understand. That state only, the peace of mind will be evolved. Only in the peace of mind, the creativity will be managed. The talents within you will be evolved. Unless otherwise, if you are in an emotional, those things will be in an emotional mode only. When you want to be a creative person, you need to be understand the state called a peace of mind. So the peace of mind, you will get it where it starts. It starts from the yoga, harmony. The first level is body and mind, wisdom and habit, self and society, purpose of life and method of living, and thought and nature. And if you have disturbed the peace of mind, you should go back this model and you need to find out where it is a mistake. You should be corrected accordingly. The root cause analysis you should do. If you rectify it, then you should solve it. Then automatically the peace of mind will be evolved. Okay. So according to Vedathri Maharishi, man is unique among all living beings in the world. He blessed with 6 senses, which is able to understand the subjective phenomena. Okay. In this, let me also give you certain things. You need to be understand when you live with the virtuous way of living, need to understand the difference between legal and moral, because the triangle used to say self, nature and society. The society has a social laws, nature has got the natural law. So the social laws depends on the natural law. More understanding the natural law, the social laws also getting changed. So over a period of time, if you see it hundreds and thousands of years, more we understand the nature, the social laws also keep on changing it actually. In this, one has to understand what is legal, what is moral. So moral means there can be many definitions, but simple is understanding with the live with the natural law. What is legal? It's a social law. Laws framed based on the natural law. It is subjected to change once we understand the natural law. Let me give you the concept clarification, concept check. There are 4 quadrants. One quadrant is moral, one side is moral, another side is legal. The first quadrant is morally right, legally right. The second quadrant is morally wrong but legally right. The third quadrant is morally right, legally wrong. Fourth quadrant is morally wrong and legally wrong. So there are certain statements which I have given, how we can fit into this actually. A petty shop near school, which comes under which quadrant? Audience, please, you can also interact with me. Petty shop near school, which quadrant it will come? Petty shop na petty kada. Petty shop near school selling tobacco, cigarettes to the adults. Which quadrant? Petty shop near school selling cigarette to students age below 18. Jealousy and vengeance to others. Copying in examination. In emergency road accident case, going in a one-way to hospitalize the victims. So first one, petty shop near school, where it is come, whether it is legally right and morally right. Am I audible? Someone can say I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible. You are very much audible.
Good. Okay, good. Okay. So let me also give me the example. Okay. Say the first one is the petty shop near school is, it's one having a petty shop near school is morally and legally right. So it comes under first quadrant. Then petty shop near school selling tobacco to adults. What is it? So this is morally, actually, if you see it, selling a cigarette to adult is legally right, but morally it is not right actually, because morally means it hurts others. What is moral? Morality, according to Vedathri Maharishi, says this: if it is harm to the body or mind, to the self or others, at present or future, by thought or word or deed, it is the morality. தனக்கோ பிறருக்கோ தற்காலத்திற்கோ பிற்காலத்திற்கோ உடலுக்கோ அறிவுக்கோ துன்பம் தராத நன்மையை தரக்கூடிய எண்ணம் சொல் செயல்கள் ஒழுக்கமாகும். So if you see, based on this explanation, it affects the one physical health. So but legally it is correct, but morally it is wrong. So petty shop near school selling cigarette to students age below 18, but it is legally wrong and morally also wrong. Legally wrong and morally wrong. So it comes under which quadrant? Fourth quadrant, where both the things, legally wrong and morally wrong. Then jealousy and vengeance. So if you see this, if you have a kind of a vengeance, jealousy kind of things, no, Indian penal code cannot penalize you, because in the law it says that no, only the act only you can say, as feelings if you insult to them, no, there is no penal code. So this is morally it is wrong, because these feelings only it leads you to the problems. Then copying examination, legally and morally it is wrong. And in emergency road accident case, going to the one way, if you say this in one way, if you say going to the one way, no, it is legally you should not go one way, because based on certain things the rules, social law has been formed. But morally, in emergency road conditions, because the life is more important, so going in a one way in road accident, hospitalization is morally correct, but maybe legally wrong actually. So this is where you need to be understand. So these are all the answers actually. You need to be understand the what is moral and what is legal. Accordingly, you should be practice it. So simplified Kundalini Yoga is a modern yoga system which is derived from the traditional yoga system to suit a family life. It is a scientific, simplified. It has a lot of yoga practices: simplified physical exercise, Kundalini Yoga for meditation, Kayakalpa Yoga, introspection practices. This is the basic level I am giving it: thought analysis, moralization of desire, neutralization of anger, eradication of worries, who I am, blessings and benefits. So the whole lot of things are there. Okay, what is yoga? So the yoga, the question comes from the word, the word question comes from the word a quest. Quest means thirsty. The quest becomes query. So query leads to two things. One is enquiry, another is the inquiry. Enquiry means searching the answer outside. Inquiry means searching answer inside. Yoga is an inner journey. So the imperceptible things which I have told you, a scientist also searching the concept of life force, mind, and unified force, but they are searching outside. They are through the instrument like electroencephalograph machine, CT, MRI. They are searching outside through the instrument, but what they are searching is through the same thing, through the mind. They are searching the mind, but where they should search, whether they should search outside or inside, yoga says don't search outside, search inside, because what you are searching is the mind itself. Behind the mind, all the answers will be there. So yoga is an inner journey. The core is meditation. The physical exercise, the asanas, mudras, bandhas, helps meditation. Meditation helps introspection. Introspection helps to achieve the purpose of life or perfection of the consciousness. The inquiry will lead to the intuition and insight. So the simplified Kundalini Yoga is an intuitional education where we are teaching through the inner journey. Through the meditations, one can able to understand all the imperceptible kind of things. This is called the Yoga for human excellence. Okay. There are various types of yoga will be there. How we can able to place Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, Hada Yoga, Raja Yoga, Kaya Kalpa Yoga, Mantra Yoga, and I am talking about the Sky Yoga or Manavalakala Yoga. So each yoga has its objective, boundary, advantage and disadvantages will be there. Bhakti Yoga is based on faith. Jnana Yoga is based on self-faith. Karma Yoga is for action improvement. Kundalini Yoga for realizing the life force. Hada Yoga is for improving the health. Raja Yoga for sense control. Tantra Yoga is for self-development. Kayakalpa Yoga is one such type. Mantra Yoga is based on sound. Manavalakala Yoga, Sky Yoga is improving the mental health. Yoga is for stress relief. Yoga is for cleansing karma. So in Tamil, let me also say this about Yoga என்றால் அட்டாங்க யோகா. அட்டாங்க மீன்ஸ் அஷ்டாங்க யோகா. புரிந்து கொள்ள பிரித்து கொள்ளும் சில வகை. நம்பிக்கை மார்க்கமே பக்தி யோகா, தன் நம்பிக்கை மார்க்கமே ஞான யோகா. செயல்திறன் உயர்த்த கர்ம யோகா, உயிர்த்திறன் உயர்த்த குண்டலினி யோகா. உடல் திறன் உயர்த்த ஹட யோகா, பொறிப்புல நடக்க ராஜ யோகா. தந்திரன் சிறக்க தந்திர யோகா, தந்திர வகையே காயகல்ப யோகா. மனத்திறன் உயர்த்த மந்திர யோகா, மனவளம் பெருக்கும் மனவள கலை யோகா. ஆகா யோகா ஆனந்தம் யோகா, உணர்ந்து செய்தால் சோகங்கள் சுவாகா. ஆகா யோகா பேர் ஆனந்தம் யோகா, உள் உணர்ந்து செய்தால் வினை பதிவுகளும் சுவாகா. Yoga is the best for stress management, and it is also helps you to remove your karmas, whatever may be the yoga. But if you do any yoga sincerely, which will helps you to move on to the next level of yoga. Okay, and since it's being Yoga Day, we have seen there are various yogas. And I told you, no, it is not, I'm just talking about the yoga philosophy, but yoga is not a philosophy alone. It is a practical. So you need to learn certain things. Let us learn certain practices. So first level is to maintain the harmony between the body and mind. So maintain the body and mind, the three circulations to be improved: air, blood, and heat circulations. And for this, Vedatri Maharishi has synthesized and derived a simplified physical exercise. There are 9 types of exercises will be there. And today I'm going to give the demonstration of hand and the neuromuscular exercises, which I'm going to run the video. And those who are able to see this, keep this in front of you, and whatever the demonstration will be there, you can keep doing it actually. Since only the practice only will leads you to the habits. So you're getting yoga is good, but it has to be practiced. And somebody can tell me it's audible, you are able to see in the screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Let us begin with hand
exercises.
Stand erect and keep the feet 6 inches, that is 15 centimeters apart. Lift the hands above the head to the full stretch and join the palms and fingers together. The arms should be close to the ears. Keep the arms up in the same position for 4 complete breaths. Then bring the arms down to the thighs and rest for 2 complete breaths.
Second time.
Again, lift the hands above the head to the full stretch and join the palms and fingers together. Keep the arms up in the same position for 4 complete breaths. Then bring the arms down to the thighs and rest for 2 complete breaths.
Then third time.
For the third time, lift the hands above the head to the full stretch and join the palms and fingers together. Keep the arms up in the same position for 4 complete breaths. Then bring the arms down to the thighs and rest for 2 complete breaths.
This is the first posture. Then
Spread
the second
hands
posture.
sideways at the shoulder level. Let the palms face in front. Move both the arms to the front at 90 degrees to the chest and join the palms and fingers in front of the chest. Exhale while bringing the hands together. Spread the hands by moving them sideways to the back at the shoulder level. Inhale while stretching the hands sideways. Do this exercise 5 times by waving the hands front and back. Bring the arms down.
This is second one. Then now we are moving to the third posture.
Stand erect.
Keep the hand like this. Mugala
Join the
Mudra.
fingertips of the right hand. Rotate the right arm clockwise, that is front to back, for 5 rounds.
Backward rotation 5 times. Right hand, then left
Join the
hand.
fingertips of the left hand and rotate the left hand clockwise 5 rounds. Then rotate the right hand anti-clockwise from back to front for 5 rounds. Thereafter, Rotate the left hand anti-clockwise 5 rounds. Keep the fingers in the position as earlier.
Both the
Rotate
hands
both the arms
backward.
clockwise. From front to
Backward
back,
rotation.
elbows should be kept straight without bending. Do this clockwise rotation 5 times.
Then
Then
forward.
rotate both the arms anti-clockwise from back to front. Do this anti-clockwise rotation 5 times. Join the fingertips of both the hands as earlier. Keep the right leg 1 foot in front of the left. Keep the right arm in front and left arm in the back. Rotate both arms clockwise simultaneously. While the right arm goes into the front, the left arm should go to the back, and vice versa. When the right hand goes up, the left hand should go down, and vice versa. This is like the backstroke in swimming. We do this 5 times.
Then forward.
Then repeat the same in anti-clockwise direction for 5 rotations. Note,
Like
in
swimming.
all the postures, the head should be remaining straight. This exercise will do with open eyes. Stand erect, keeping the feet 18 inches, that's 45 centimeters apart. Lift your arms to your shoulder height. Keep the thumbs touching at the tips at a distance of 1 foot in front of your face. Turn the whole body gently to the right, keeping the eyes on the tip of the thumbs. When you turn right, pivot on the big toe, the left foot, and keep the right foot entirely on the ground. Then turn the whole body jointly to the left. When you turn left, pivot on the big toe on the right foot and keep the left foot on the ground. Repeat this exercise 5 times. Stand keeping the feet parallel and 3 inches apart. Place the hands on the kneecap, bending the trunk forward. Bend the knees forward slightly and keep the knees close together. Rotate the knees together slowly clockwise 3 times. Then rotate the knees anti-clockwise 3 times. Again, rotate the knees clockwise 3 times.
Then the second
Now
exercise,
go to the neuromuscular breathing exercise.
breathing exercise.
Sit in the kneeling posture, that is Vajrasana, with the right big toe over the left big toe. Keep your knees close together. Rest your bottom comfortably on the heels. Join the index finger and thumb of each hand, forming a ring. This is Chin Mudra. Stretch out the other 3 fingers. Fix the joint fingers between the thighs and the abdomen, and the other fingers over your thighs. Inhale slowly and deeply. Exhale slowly and simultaneously bend forward as much as possible without any strain. Your bottom should not be raised off the heels. While bending forward, the spinal cord, neck and head should be in a straight line. Then inhale slowly and deeply and simultaneously raise the body to the upright position. Do this breathing exercise 5 times. Maintain the kneeling posture. Bend both the thumbs onto the palms of both hands. Close the forefingers over the thumb and keep the fists joined on your lap. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly and deeply and simultaneously bend forward. Then inhale slowly and deeply while raising the body to the upright position. Do this exercise 5 times. Keep in mind that in both the exercises, you should not bend your neck or head. Sit comfortably in a cross-legged position, Sukhasana. Cover the navel with the right palm and the right ear with the left palm. The folded left arm should touch and press the left chest. Keep the body erect and face straight. Inhale and exhale slowly and deeply without retention of breath. By doing this, a slight pressure is created on the front of the left lung. When a deep breath is drawn, the back of the left lung and the entire right lung are fully expanded. Do this deep breath 5 times. Change your hands to the opposite side. Cover the navel with the left palm and the left ear with the right palm. Inhale and exhale slowly and deeply. Do not retain your breath at any stage. By doing this exercise, a slight pressure is created on the front of the right lung. When a deep breath is drawn, the back of the right lung and the entire left lung are filled with air and are fully expanded. Do this breathing exercise 5 times. Cover the right ear with the left palm and the left ear with the right palm. Your left forearm should touch your chest and the right forearm should be over your left forearm. Inhale and exhale slowly and deeply. Do not retain your breath at any stage. By this exercise, the back portions of both the lungs are fully expanded. Do this breathing exercise 5 times. Cover the right ear with the right palm and the left ear with the left palm, spreading the arms sideways. Fingers should touch the back side of the head. Inhale and exhale slowly and deeply. Here, both the lungs are fully expanded. Do deep breathing 5 times. Cup your hands and do palming of the eyes with the left palm over the left eye and the right palm over the right eye. The eyes should be closed. Inhale and exhale slowly and deeply. Do this breathing exercise 5 times. Keep in mind that in each of these 7 postures, we do not retain our breath after inhalation or exhalation.
Okay. Now we will see the presentation. We'll continue the presentation. So we have started with Yoha of youth empowerment. Able to hear my voice and able to see the screen, sir? Somebody can confirm it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So today presentation we have seen what is Yoga and Sky Yoga and problems in youth, how Yoga will helps you to solve your problems and empower youth. And IYD details we have seen it, importance of the day we have seen, general information about yoga, comparing philosophy with yoga, and we have seen various views of yoga, the difference between yoga and the physical exercise, and how man is linked with the nature and society we have seen, and who is youth, and the various stages of life. The golden period is the youth period, the problem faced by the youth, and relevant solution. And the solution is given by how Sky Yoga is addressing youth problems, and three types of bodies, and what is life force, analogy of life force, and comparing with traditional yoga with the simplified Kundalini yoga, the overall view of simplified Kundalini yoga. This is designed and developed by Vedatri Maharishi. And yoga means harmony, 5 levels of harmony to be maintained that leads to give the peace of mind. And who is man, and understanding the legal laws and the moral things. And the Sky Yoga system, there are various things we have seen. And yoga is an inner journey, we have told, and various types of yoga we have seen. And some 2 practices, there are 9 practices will be there, only 2 practices we have seen. And just I want to be stressed one thing, that relaxation is most important actually, particularly this COVID period. There are a lot of stress will be there, and doing these exercises, pranayamas and the relaxation definitely will. Even government of India, this Ayush is giving guidelines, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and some 45 minutes yoga practices. They are addressing this. People have a stress to take more relaxation, at least 15 to 20 minutes relaxation, any type of yoga, like Yoga Nidra, and we are giving a separate relaxation kind of things we are giving it. That also you should, you can, required you can take it. And there are various benefits as will be there. And so we have seen the introduction of yoga, Sky Yoga, youth empowerment yoga, and demonstration. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunities given by the new Prince Sri Bhavani Arts and College and the management. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, all the peoples. Valka Vayakam, Valka Valamda. Now you can ask questions if anything you have.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a splendid presentation, both in the form of your slide presentation as well as videos. Yoga is not only a physical exercise where you twist, turn, stretch, or do some breathing exercise in complex ways. You told us it leads to healthy development of mind, body, and soul by practicing certain asanas with breathing techniques. I feel yoga is like a music, the rhythm of body, the melody of mind, and the harmony of soul creates the symphony of life. From your presentation, we came to know that our body exists in the past and our mind exists in the future. In yoga, we can bring together in the present. I
Yes.
hope the session was really awesome, and your way of presentation, it is it sounds good because we didn't know that past 1 hour has been gone. So Now I request the participants, you can ask your queries. As I said, in queries there are two things, inquiry and inquiry. So from sir's presentation, I came to know that inquiry means answering outside and inquiry means answering within yourself. Now you can ask your queries, my dear participants. You can use either the chat box or you can just unmute your phone and ask your queries. So many of them have credited you, your presentation. It was very nice, and many of them have thanked because it was
Yes.
really the way you speak. As you said, meditation. We have to be relaxed, calm ourselves, especially during this pandemic time. Really, it was a wonderful session to have you with us. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Participants, you can ask any doubts.
Yeah, you should start practicing it. And this is an awareness program. And I request is no, when you want to learn yoga, should not learn through reading through books or TVs. Actually, you should take one short yoga introductory beginning courses. And if more you understand the fundamentals of yoga, any system of yoga, if you take it, then that will help you to lead to the next level. Actually. So nowadays, many courses they are offering online also, and take anyone which suits you, and start practicing kind of any form of yoga. There are various types. When you do it any type of yoga sincerely, that will help you to move on to the other type of yoga. So that's what I want to be conveyed to you. Thanks a lot for the opportunities given to me to share my knowledge. Thanks a lot, madam.
So I have, being a science staff, during this COVID situation, I have seen, I have read so many newspapers. Chanting Om as a good kind of breathing exercise, especially in order to prevent or else those who are with the mild COVID symptoms. Can you just say a few words about that, sir? Because we know how to chant, but we doesn't know the exact timings we have to spend for chanting Om. Can you just say a few
Yeah.
words to our audience, sir?
See, this is chanting Om meditation is one of the age-old practice actually, and this is definitely nowadays many research it says that it increase your oxygen level. There are various ways. There are in modern yogas they are giving it a new ways they are giving it. Any one type you can follow it up. Even if you take Surya Namaskar, there are various versions will be there actually. A general Surya Namaskar and Sivananda Surya Namaskar, Bigar school, like this. Like this, Om chanting also, there are various version will be there. So the general chanting will be, this is for the breathing. And one kind of an chanting will be, you have to chant whatever the kind of things you do, it should be mindfulness. If you should focus your mind, you have to do it. And generally, I'm addressing you this when you are chanting it. Um, you have to be focused both conscious level and your breathing and your wordings actually. And if you start doing it, then one kind of a system they say ah, oo, yam, and slowly with deep involved you have to do it, and slowly you have to rise it. The im you should give the more importance. And this is to be initially, later on then something. And those who are learned meditation, they will learn along with their meditations. If you take any one kind of an school of system, you go along with this. That's what I am requesting you. Whatever they are prescribing it, accordingly you just follow it. The timings and other things also.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Participants, you have any queries? You can unmute your phone and ask. Thank you, sir. Before wrapping up the session, I would like to thank management, chairman, vice chairman, director admin, director academic, principal madam, vice principal madam, for giving me the opportunity to introduce you to our gatherings and for this wonderful session. I would also give a thanks to the Mrs. Nityashri ma'am, who has introduced you to us. It was very awesome evening with your presentation, sir. Thank you so much. In spite of your busy schedule, you have joined us in observance of International Day of Yoga. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Valka Valamudan. Be blessed by the divine power. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah,
Myself, Dr. Uma Devi, Principal of New Prince College, sir.
Yes, madam.
And on behalf of our management and all the participants, I thank you for this informative session.
Okay.
And I have one doubt, sir.
Yes,
actually. For this yoga exercises, is there any particular time is best for that?
Yes, ma'am. This is ideal. We should do it in the morning, actually.
Okay, sir. Any specific timing, early morning?
See,
or
this is basically, we call it as a Brahma Muhurtam, where the morning will be there, you will get the pure oxygen, actually. So when you do whatever the practices, even it is very ideal will be during the sunrise. So 4 to 6 or 7 will be the ideal where more oxygen, pure oxygen will be there. When you do practices, generally, even my practice also, no, it is advisable to do in the morning time. Learning and other things we can do it in the any time.
Okay, sir. Okay. We have to do these exercises in an empty stomach or anything?
Yes.
What?
Say, this is the yoga. No, that's the reason I told you. If you learn yoga, there is a rules and regulations, do's and don'ts will be there. How to do it. The beginning classes they will teach you what to do, what not to do. Actually, you should not do it in directly on the floor. A mat should be there. Empty stomach will be there. Sufficient air should be there. Something there is a prerequisites they will teach you, and you should follow all those things.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir. Once again, I thank you very much for your informative such kind of program, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Welcome. Yeah, I want to thank Nityasri actually. She only helped me to connect this Indumati actually. Thank you, Nityasri. I think you were in this forum. Thank you. Thanks a lot actually.
The session was very good and informative. As last year also, from last year we are giving, before that year, the students also availed YYE courses. So. And last year also one webinar was set up. Dr. Ilangovan came and then he gave the speech conducted.
Okay.
And then in the ongoing sessions, we are planning for having an online 1 week class for the interested students.
Okay. Thank you, Valka. Okay, I'm leaving, ma'am. Okay. Valka.
Participants can kindly fill your feedback form